Chapter 3 Body Temperature. Obviously, it is not convenient to use the laboratory thermometer for this purpose. Why does the mercury not fall or rise? In a clinical thermometer, when taken out of the mouth, observe a clinical thermometers. Again, do you see a nit near the bulb? What is the use of nit? It is a prevent mercury level from falling on its own. There is a lot of concern over the use of mercury in thermometers. Mercury is a toxic substance and is very difficult to dispose of. Its thermometer breaks. These days, digital thermometers are available which do not use mercury. Transfer of heat. You might have observed that a frying you become hot when kept on the flame. It's because the heat passes from the flame to the until when the pan is removed from the fire. It slowly cools down. Why does it cool down? The heat is transferred from the pan to the surroundings. So you can understand that in both cases the heat flow from a hotter object to cooler object. In fact, Pahli asked does it means that heat will not be transferred if the temperatures to object is the same. In all cases that flows from a hotter object to colder object. How does the heat flow? In all cases that flow from a hotter object to colder object. How does heat flow? Let us investigate. To 3 points. Take a rod, a flat strip of metal, say of aluminium or iron. Fix a few small wax spices on the rod. These spices should be a nearly equal distance. Clamp the rod to stand. If you do not find a stand, you can put one end of the rod in between cricket. Now the heat the other end of the rod and observe what happened to the wax spices. Do these spices begin to fall? Which spice fall the first? Do you think that heat is transfer from the end nearby to the flame to the cloth end? The process by which heat is transferred from the hotter end to the cooler in of an object is known as the conduction. In solid, generally the conduction of heat by the different materials. Heat is transferred by the process of conduction. Do all a substance conduct heat easily? You must have observed that the metallic pan for cooking has a plastic wooden handle. Can you lift a hot pan by holding it from the handle without getting hurt? 3.7 Heat water in small pan or beaker. Collect some articles such as the steel spoon, plastic scale, pencil divider. Dip on the end of each of these articles is hot water. 3.8 Wait for a minute. Touch the others and you observation table. 3.8 The materials which allow heat to pass through them easily are conductor of heat. For example, aluminum, iron, copper. The materials which do not allow heat to pass through them easily are poor conductor of heat, such as the plastic and wood. Poor conductor are known as an insulator. The water and the air are poor conductor of heat. Then how does the heat transfer take place in these substances? Let us find out. 3.8 Take a round bottom floss if it is not available. A beaker can be used. Fill it 2/3 with water. Place it on a tripod or make some arrangement to place the flask in such a way that you can heat by placing a candle below it. What till the water in the flask still place is a crystal of potassium permanganate and the bottom of the flask gently using a straw. Now heat the water by placing the candle just below the crystal. Write your observation in your notebook and also draw pictures of what you observe. When water is heated, the water near the flame gets hot. Hot water rising up the hot to cold water from the side moves down towards the source of heat. This water also gets hot and rises. Notice that towards the tap the air get heated by the convections, therefore hand above flame feels hot. On the seats, however, there is no convections and air does not feel as hot as at the top. The people living in the coastal areas experience an interesting phenomena. During the day, the land gets heated faster than the water. The air over the land becomes hotter and rises up. The cooler air from the sea rises and towards the land to take its place. The warm air. Warm, the land moves towards the sea to complete the cycle. The air from the sea is called a sea breeze. To receive the cooler sea breeze, the windows of the house in coastal areas are made to face the sea. A night is exactly the reverse. The water cools down more slowly than the land. So the cool air from the land moves towards the sea. This is called a land breeze. When we comes out in the sun, we feel warm. How does the heat from the sun reach us? It cannot reach us by conductions or conventions as there is so medium, such as the air is the most part of the space between the earth and the sun. Daytimes and night, cool, hot, sea breezes and land breezes. Night time. From the sun, the heat comes to us by another process known as the radiations. The transfer of heat by radiation does not require any medium. It can take place whether a medium is present or not. When we sit in front of room heater, we get heat by this process. A hot until kept away from the flame. Cool down as it transfers heat to the surroundings by radiations. Our body too gives heat to the surroundings and receive heat from it by radiations. All hot bodies radiate heat. When this heat falls on some object, a part of it is reflected, a part is absorbed, and a part may be transmitted. The temperatures of the object increase due to the absorbed part of the heat. Why? Are you advised to summon the umbrella when you go out in the sun? Kind of clothes we wear in the summers and winter. You know that is a summer we prefer light colored cloth, and in winter we usually wear dark colored clothes. Why it is so? Let us find out. Activity 3.10. Take the two identical items, can paint the other surface of the black and of the other's white. Pour equal amount of water each and leaves them in the mind a sun for about an hour. Measures the temperatures of water in the both the cans. Do you find any difference in the temperatures in? We often use electricity and fuel like and wood to keep our houses cool, warm. It is possible to construct buildings that are not affected much by heat and cold outside. This can be done by the constructing outer walls of building so that they have trapped layer of air. One way of doing this is use hollow bricks which are available these days.